What if I told you that the financial secret of the decade has just been leaked from one of the most secure banking institutions in the world? What if the numbers you've been dreaming about, the life-changing revaluation of the Iraqi Dinar, isn't just a dream anymore but is now a matter of confirmed internal bank policy? I know that sounds like the opening of a financial thriller, but hold on to your seats because this is not a movie. This is the reality we're diving into today. A seismic leak has just rocked the foundation of the global currency market, and it originates from a memo deep within JPMorgan Chase. For years, the journey of the Iraqi Dinar investor has been a roller coaster of hope, speculation, and often profound disappointment. We've analyzed economic indicators, dissected political statements from Baghdad, and hung on every word from the International Monetary Fund, all in the pursuit of that one golden piece of information that would signal the big event. We've been looking in the right places, but perhaps at the wrong sources. The most significant confirmation, it appears, did not come from a press conference in Iraq's Green Zone, but from an internal communication within a towering American financial giant. This changes everything. The very nature of this leak, the confidential bank memo, lifts this information from the realm of speculative forum talk and places it firmly into the world of actionable institutional intelligence. Banks of Chase's caliber do not draft internal memos about fairy tales. They create them for operational preparedness concerning real, tangible financial events. This document, which we will be meticulously unpacking, is a bombshell because it doesn't just hint at possibilities, it outlines procedures. It moves the conversation from if to when and how, and that is a paradigm shift of monumental proportions. Imagine the chain of command required for such a document to even exist. It starts with the highest levels of international finance, filters down through compliance and risk assessment departments, and finally lands on the desks of branch managers and treasury service teams, instructing them on the new protocols for handling a currency that is about to become a major global player. This isn't a rumor from a fringe website. This is the machinery of Wall Street gearing up for a shift so significant that it requires preemptive action. The memo specifically addresses the transition from the current exchange rate to a new, substantially higher valuation, and it details the steps Chase will take to manage the influx of transactions, the verification of holdings, and the eventual exchange process for its clients. This level of detail is what separates this leak from every other piece of information we have ever received. They are preparing for a specific financial event, not a theoretical one. The implications of this are staggering for every single person holding dinar. It means that the institutions you will be dealing with to cash in your investment are already aware of what is coming. It means the logistical framework for your wealth transfer is being constructed right now behind the polished marble counters of your local bank. This leak is the ultimate validation of your patience and belief. It confirms that the whispers were right, that the economic fundamentals of Iraq were pointing towards an inevitable correction, and that the global financial system has been watching and waiting just as we have. Only they operate on a different timeline, one of cold, hard preparation rather than hopeful anticipation. This memo is their anticipation made manifest. It is the concrete evidence that the long night is finally coming to an end, and a new financial dawn for Iraq and its investors is about to break. The gates are being prepared for opening, and on the other side lies the financial freedom you have been working towards for years. This is the moment where belief transforms into knowledge, and patience is on the verge of being rewarded in a way that will rewrite your family's future for generations to come. Now let's pull back the curtain on the contents of this memo itself, because the devil, as they say, is in the details, and in this case the details are nothing short of miraculous. The leaked document, stamped as confidential and intended for internal circulation only within JPMorgan Chase's international treasury operations, explicitly references a coordinated shift in the Iraqi dinar's valuation, moving it away from its current, artificially suppressed rate to a new, market-reflective figure that aligns with Iraq's true economic potential. This isn't a vague suggestion of a minor adjustment. The language used is precise, dealing with operational thresholds and transaction limits for a currency that is expected to behave like a major global reserve asset. The memo outlines a phased approach, starting with an initial revaluation announcement by the Central Bank of Iraq, which will be immediately followed by a temporary freeze on all new dinar purchases through Chase's foreign exchange desks to prevent speculative buying, a clear indication they are expecting a massive surge in demand. This is then followed by what they term the activation phase, where the new rate will be loaded into their global systems, and a structured process for existing holders to begin the exchange process will be initiated, prioritizing clients based on the size and verification status of their holdings. The structured, almost clinical approach from one of the world's most powerful banks tells us two critical things. First, the event is considered irreversible and imminent enough to warrant a concrete, step-by-step playbook for their staff. They are not preparing for a maybe, they are preparing for a certainty. Second, the scale of the change is so significant that it requires these extraordinary measures to maintain financial stability and prevent their systems from being overwhelmed. Think about that for a moment. Chase is worried about its own systems being overwhelmed by the volume and value of dinar-related transactions. This single point from the internal document should be the most compelling piece of evidence for any skeptic. Banks build their infrastructure to handle immense financial flows, and the fact that this specific currency event is flagged as a potential system stressor speaks volumes about the anticipated magnitude. Furthermore, the memo delves into the compliance checks that will be required, which are far more stringent than for a typical currency exchange. It mentions enhanced Know Your Customer protocols and links to international agreements that have been quietly finalized, ensuring that this revaluation is recognized and honored across the G20 nations. This global coordination is the final piece of the puzzle. It confirms that this is not an isolated action by Iraq, but a carefully orchestrated move backed by the world's major economies, all of whom have a vested interest in a stable and prosperous Iraq, finally unshackled from the economic distortions of the past decades. The memo, in its dry, bureaucratic language, paints a picture of a financial world on the cusp of a historic realignment. It talks about updating currency codes in the SWIFT system and preparing for correspondent banking relationships with Iraqi banks at a whole new level. These are not the concerns of a bank anticipating a minor currency fluctuation. These are the preparations for the birth of a new major currency on the global stage. For you, the investor, this translates into a clear and urgent call to action on the personal level. It means that the time for passive waiting is over, and the time for active preparation has begun. Ensuring your documentation is in order, that your dinar certificates are secure and authentic, and that you have a clear understanding of your own bank's policies will be crucial once this process is triggered publicly. The Chase memo is the ultimate insider's confirmation, a backstage pass to the greatest financial show on earth, and it tells us that the curtains are about to rise. The actors are in place, the scripts have been distributed, and the global financial system is holding its breath for the announcement that will change everything. So, where does this leave us? Standing on the precipice of what could be the most significant wealth transfer event of our lifetimes. The Chase memo leak is not the finish line, it is the starting pistol. It is the undeniable signal that the final pieces are falling into place and the countdown we have all been waiting for has genuinely begun. This internal document is the bridge between the years of geopolitical analysis and economic theory and the tangible, life-altering reality that is about to unfold in our bank accounts. But understanding the memo is one thing. Knowing how to navigate the aftermath is what will separate those who simply benefit from this event from those who truly maximize its potential and secure their legacy without any unnecessary hurdles. The first and most critical step you must take right now before any public announcement is made is to achieve absolute clarity regarding your own holdings. This means locating your physical dinar notes and ensuring they are stored in a secure yet accessible location like a safety deposit box. You must meticulously check the condition of your notes, ensuring there are no tears, excessive stains, or markings that could give a bank teller any reason to question their authenticity or defer their acceptance. This is also the moment to gather all your original purchase receipts or certificates of authenticity if you have them. While not always mandatory, having a clear and documented paper trail that proves the legitimate origin of your investment can significantly streamline the compliance process we discussed, especially for larger holdings. The next crucial phase is to initiate a quiet, professional, and discreet conversation with your personal banker or the manager at your primary financial institution. You do not need to mention the Chase memo or sound any alarms. Instead, frame the conversation around general preparedness. Simply ask them about their policies and procedures for exchanging exotic or foreign currencies, specifically asking if they have any thresholds for large transactions and what documentation would be required. This proactive step accomplishes two things. It gives you a clear, personalized roadmap for your specific bank, and it also signals to the institution that you are a prepared and sophisticated investor, which can often lead to a more streamlined and prioritized experience when the time comes. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Consider having preliminary conversations with more than one financial institution, including credit unions and major wealth management firms, to understand your options. The goal is to have a plan A, a plan B, and even a plan C, so that on the day of the revaluation, you are not scrambling for information, but executing a strategy you have already prepared. Furthermore, this is the time for serious financial and estate planning. The sudden arrival of substantial wealth can be as disorienting as it is exciting. I strongly urge you to consult with a reputable financial advisor and a tax attorney now before the event. Understand the tax implications of your windfall in your specific country and state. Discuss strategies for wealth preservation, such as trusts and charitable foundations, that can protect your assets for future generations and potentially reduce your tax burden. Having this professional team in place before you need them is one of the smartest investments you can make today. This event is not just about becoming wealthy. It is about becoming wise stewards of that wealth. The Chase Memo has given us the ultimate gift, the gift of time to prepare. Use this window wisely. Do not let it slip away in a haze of excitement. Your future self, the one who can navigate the exchange process with confidence and ease, will thank you for the diligence you show today. This is your moment. You have held on through the doubt and the delays. You trusted your research. The validation we have all been seeking is now in our hands. The final chapter of this long journey is about to be written, and it starts with the actions you take this very week.